G'day guys, Rubber Kitty here. So I had thoughts about like productivity, efficiency and effectiveness. Because some people can be really productive but not efficient, so that they produce a lot of things but it's not effective or efficient. And a lot of people can do things efficiently but it's not productive or effective, and people can do things effectively, which I guess in the kind of the way the simplified definitions that I put there means that you're doing all the right things, doing things right, and that you're being as productive and as efficient as possible while still being effective. Now things can be effective but not productive, depending on what the aim and the goal is, I would say, because there's some things that take a lot of time, so it's not going to produce a lot of things. It might not be as efficient as possible, but it produces the desired effect. Whereas some things can be productive, you can output a whole lot of things. It's not efficient because of some things, just the way things are done, and it's not effective. I mean, it cannot necessarily impact a lot on a lot of things, but it's just like a general output of volume. It's the whole quality versus quantity, but then you throw in something else. So I guess from a project management kind of perspective, I wonder, there's like three things: time, specifications, and money in project management. The unholy trinity, as it were, where you can always meet two, but one will blow out all the time. And you've got to sacrifice something in order to get the two. It's very difficult to have something come in on time, under budget and to specifications, or to specifications, on budget and on time, or on budget and according to the time and specifications. I think I got them all. But yeah, so are you being productive? What are the things that think about things that you produce, and are you producing a large volume of it now? Then also think, is what you're doing effective or efficient, I guess, because you can be efficient in producing. Like, these are not all mutually exclusive, but there's usually a focus on one over the other. You can probably get two of them, just like in project management, but maybe not the third. And sometimes I guess you'll cycle through them, because where I work, it's like, okay, we've got to produce X amount, and then we go, okay, is it efficient? Are we doing things as efficiently as possible? In which case you're looking at the processes, not just the input, the output, the procedures. So one is that you're actually applying procedures, which is the product, or being productive to meet, say a certain target. And efficiency is, are the processes and procedures that you're following efficient? And the effectiveness is, are the policies and procedures that you're following not only effective and producing, but are producing the desired result that you want in a broader scale? Like, is it making the most out of your energy to do that? Some of that comes into efficiency, but the effectiveness is also the impact as well. And one of the things that you also have to decide, it's not just in work, it could also be in like relationships as well, is do you find yourself doing the same thing over and over again? Is a good use of your energy and time? Are you doing things, I guess, kind of in the same roundabout way, or are you actually going, right, no, you know what, I've done that before, how about we make it more efficient? And the thing is, some things in life don't necessarily need to be efficient or productive to be effective, because sometimes taking the time and doing it the long way around can actually be more effective in the long run, and thereby producing something more productive and efficient. That's because, I mean, you do learn this a lot in school and growing up. I don't know if they learn it now, but we always had to learn how to do things longhand, how to like say solve a math problem by, you know, working out and writing it down so we could like visualize and work out how exactly it is we could get to things, doing things the long way. And then it's much easier to understand the shortcut, and thereby if you need to make adjustments later on, you know all the background information that you need to know, like all the background architecture, in order to go, okay, this will affect that, and therefore I don't do that, but this makes it a lot more shorter, more effective. And that's all the background stuff. It's kind of like, it's like a lot of tradies and all that. There's a lot of things that go on that tradies do that's hidden behind like walls and floors and, you know, things that you don't see, things that aren't like the, you know, that the look pretty thing, but they're the things that make things go, and they're the systems behind a lot of what you see. It's, you know, in I guess computer terms, it's not just the GUI, it's all the back end programming databases and the flow and everything that speaks to each other. So I guess you'd have to have a thought about, you know, in your daily life, what is productive, what is effective. Does it need to be more productive? And to do that, does it need to be more effective or efficient? And vice versa, or not really vice versa because there's three of them, but, you know, swap them around and ask yourself the question, is this effective? How effective do I want this to be? Does it need to be as productive, or does it need to be more efficient to be more effective? And is this effective? Do I need to be more productive to be more effective, or efficient? Productive to be more efficient, and what is more effective in making it more efficient or productive? I think I've covered that all. Anyways, it's a lovely Monday morning, and the weather, it's still a bit cool, is not too bad, but still, guys, you will get that extremes in temperature, so make sure that you take care of yourself from going into the hot summer hot spring days and the cool spring nights. Okay, anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Love you, bye.